Hey everyone, I'm Kareem and welcome back to Better You, where we're not perfect, but we're getting better every day. Today, let's chat like dear friends. How to be happier, how to feel healthier mentally, and how to truly thrive, not just survive. Have you ever felt like life is moving way too fast? Or that even when things seem okay, you're still anxious, you're still stuck, or a bit empty inside, even when you're scrolling social media? If yes, you're not alone. And today we'll talk about why that happens and what you can do about it in all meaningful areas of your life. Our first insight is about social connection, why friendship matters. Humans are wired for connection. Social bonds are considered to be a cornerstone of well-being, treating isolation like risks equal to smoking or hypertension. If you're staying up late, feeling lonely, or barely exchanging with your friends, that matters because relationships boost happiness. They give emotional support, a sense of belonging. So remember, social closeness links to longer, happier lives. So now, call a friend, visit a neighbor, find a community group, even online. Make time for real laughter, deep talk, or family gatherings. Tell me in the comments, who would you like to reconnect with this week? Our second insight is about mental and emotional health. Let's remember three keywords: gratitude, mindfulness, and mindset. Gratitude is powerful medicine. Studies show that journaling just three things you're thankful for on a daily basis can reduce anxiety, improve mood, and even lower your blood pressure. It literally retrains your brain to notice the good. Mindfulness and living in the moment help you break free from an anxiety tied to past regrets or future worries. Accept that it's normal to have negative emotions. Negative emotions happen. They are not a sign that you're broken. Acknowledge them with kindness, and that kind of self-compassion reduces suffering and builds resilience. Okay, so now pause and for 1 minute, breathe and ask yourself, what am I grateful for in this moment? Our insight number 3 is related to physical well-being. Move, eat, and sleep. Physical health and mental health go hand in hand. Exercising daily, even a 20-minute walk, releases endorphins and reduces stress hormones like cortisol. Sleep matters too. 7 to 9 hours minimum helps emotional stability, better focus, and mood regulation. So what about diet? Filling your plate with whole foods, fruits, vegetables, healthy fats, and hydration supports both your brain and mood. And don't forget gratitude for your body too. Thank it, respect it, and give it some rest. Tip number 4, purpose and meaning. Align with what matters. Purpose is vital. Living with intention helps anchor you in life's storms. Experts highlight the 4 P's: purpose, perspective, people, and play. For example, community service can give deeper meaning to daily life and strengthen emotional resilience. So maybe your purpose in life is helping someone, creating art, teaching, building community, or your faith. Ask yourself, what makes you feel alive, proud, or at peace? Okay, here is an interesting one. Number 5 is joy, play, and flow. So, happiness thrives in joy and play. Activities that fully engage you, like painting, writing, music, gardening, These activities can bring you into a state of flow where time flies and satisfaction rises. This doesn't have to be big, it can be small play breaks like dancing in the kitchen, savoring your coffee, playing outside, indulging in hobbies again. So little play breaks help reset your mind and remind you that life is happening right now. Number 6 is about kindness. Helping others actually helps you. Volunteering, small acts of kindness, or simply listening to somebody, all of that can increase your well-being and sense of purpose. Even saying thank you to somebody you love will prompt connection. So don't forget to spread positivity. Post, message, or share a thank you note with somebody. Number 7 is about managing comparison and negative self-talk. Fair enough. Comparing yourself to others, especially online, can undermine happiness. According to scientific research, comparisons can damage your self-esteem. Making comparisons with others can undermine how we feel about ourselves, and that can trigger stress and dissatisfaction. For example, scrolling through polished social media feeds often leads to the painful realization that everybody else's life looks better or looks amazing, when in fact it's just their curated highlight reel. And your inner critic, treat it with kindness, not combat. Your inner critic is that harsh voice inside that judges, compares, and doubts your worth. While sometimes it seems helpful, driving you to improve, it usually causes a lot of harm. For example, it can lower your mood, it fuels anxiety, and it reduces confidence. The key isn't to silence it entirely, but to treat it like a concerned friend rather than a bossy enemy. So when you compare with curiosity, not judgment. For example, when you feel envy or insecurity from other people's posts, pause. Ask yourself, why am I triggered? Replace comparison with gratitude or learning. It is also useful to notice your critic, your inner critic. Hear it say, you can't. Now, pause, then do it anyway. Even tiny wins will shift the critic's tone over time. And when you use social media, use it with purpose. Before opening apps, ask, what am I looking for? Challenge yourself to engage, not just consume. And it's also helpful to add short mindfulness check-ins. Pause for 1 to 2 minutes, breathe deeply, notice your surroundings, name how you feel without judging it. Insight number 8 is about avoiding burnout. So we've got some important tips to help you with that. For example, rest with purpose. So we need to treat rest like a necessity. It's not a reward. We need to be intentional about refreshing ourselves through guilt-free relaxation. It could be a warm bath or reading or hobbies. And taking short breaks, it could be 30 seconds to a few minutes, stretching, breathing, or practicing gratitude that can reduce stress, refresh focus, and increase efficiency without losing momentum. And of course, it's very important to connect with nature. Even a view of water or greenery will help your brain to relax naturally. Time near blue spaces like lakes or the sea will reduce psychological distress and promote mental restoration. And above all, we need to reconnect with our values. Remember that burnout often stems from drifting away from what truly matters. Clarify your core priorities to guide actions and to help realign your time and energy. So again, self-care without guilt. Block time for self-care just like you treat an appointment, whether journaling, walking, or quiet reflection. Make it a protected habit. Your happiness isn't a destination, it's a daily journey. When you cultivate gratitude, meaningful connection, mindful presence, movement, and purpose, you're building a life that feels rich, balanced, and energized. Hit subscribe for weekly boosts from books, psychology, and everyday wisdom. And share one small happiness you're adding to your week in the comments. Let's grow together. See you next time.